Congratulations on receiving your new MarkSet bot. Throughout these series of videos, you will learn how to set up your MotorGuide V5 bot to have it ready to hit the water. We'll start by learning how to install and inflate your pontoons and hull. Make sure that you have one battery, one pump, and that your hull is on flat, even ground. To start, remove the valve caps from the pontoons and hull and make sure that the valves are in the open position. From there, you will remove the cap on the top of the battery and plug the power cord of the pump into the battery, making sure that the pins align. Check the levels listed on the side of the pump to know what you need to inflate each section of the MarkSet bot to. If you need to adjust the level, use the buttons on the top of the pump. Then you will take the air hose from the pump and use the slotted end and insert it into the valve on the pontoon. Make sure the valve is open, and then insert the hose and twist to the right until it locks. You will then press the power button on the top of the pump and it will begin inflating. The pump will automatically shut off when the bot is fully inflated, so you do not need to press the power button again. Once the pontoon is fully inflated and the pump has turned off, you will remove the pump hose and then you will place the valve cover back on the valve. You will then repeat this process on the other pontoon as well as the deck, making sure to note the appropriate levels for each. Next, you will learn how to install the battery and motor. To begin, make sure that the battery strap buckles are clear of the slot so that the battery can go in smoothly. You will then grab your battery, place it on the hull, and make sure that the battery handle is in the down and locked position. Once it's secure, you will place it into the slot and push evenly on all four sides until it's fully seated. Then you will connect the buckles and place them underneath the connectors. You need to take note of what your battery number is so that you can grab the corresponding motor. You will look at the sticker and match those numbers to the serial number that is on your motor. Before you can place the motor, you need to remove these two long metal pins. To do so, undo the rings on each side and slide the pins out. Make sure to keep them nearby so that they don't get lost and because you'll need them again shortly. Once they're removed, you can place the motor by lining up the square on the bottom of the motor to the square of the bracket on the deck. Make sure that the two wires do not get stuck under the motor so that it can slide in cleanly. Once it's in place, you will reconnect the two long pins, going through the bracket, through the motor, and onto the other side. This will make sure that your motor stays locked and secure while operating. Once secure, you will raise the motor by pushing on the top lever and dropping the motor just enough that it can rotate freely. From there, you will raise it to 90 degrees, and then you will twist the motor until it lands on the small holding platform below. It's important to make sure that you have it at the right height. Too low and it will fully rotate. You will twist, raise it slowly, and make sure that it lands on that holding platform. Next, you will connect the motor to the battery. Start by removing the rubber caps from all four connectors, the two motor and the two battery. Then you will plug them in red to red, black to black, making sure that they fully seat into each other. You will then connect the rubber caps to each other to keep everything clean and out of the way. Once you've done this, you will turn on your bot by pushing the power button on the front until it lights up red. Next, we will learn how to install and inflate the topside. Begin by placing the topside on the deck and make sure that the valves of the topside line up with the valves of the deck and pontoons. To place the topside, you will grab all four rings at the same time and carefully pull them over the motor head, making sure it doesn't get caught or drag on the motor head. From there, you will adjust the topside so that the four corners line up with the four corners of the pontoons, and the MotorGuide Bot logo is evenly on each side. To connect to the pontoons, make sure that you grab the bottom ring, not the side ring, and you will pull it and connect it using the clip on the pontoons. This can sometimes be very tight and tricky, especially on that fourth corner. Before inflating the topside, you will need to place the splash guard. You will start by disconnecting the bottom ring from the second from bottom ring. Unscrew the snap and create a gap to make things easier. Grab the splash guard and make sure that the MotorGuide Bot logo is facing up. You will then slide it between the bottom and second from bottom rings and have the open notch facing the motor and push it all the way back, making sure that it goes underneath the motor bracket. This can take some adjusting to get right. Once it's in place, you will connect it to the deck using the white snaps and connecting them to the D-rings on the deck. Make sure that you connect both sides. Finally, you will connect the topside rings back together, making sure that the line from the splash guard stays on the outside. You will place the topside pieces back together and twist the clip to secure. It's now time to inflate the topside. The process is very similar to the pontoons and hull, and you will make sure that the valve caps are removed and that the valves are in the open position. You will then check the pump and make sure that it is at the right level. If you need to adjust it, you will use the buttons on the top of the pump to get it to the correct level. From there, you will once again take the slotted end of the hose and place it into the bottom ring, making sure that it is locked and secure. Once placed, you will press the power button on the pump to begin inflating. Remember, the pump will automatically shut off when the tube is inflated to the correct level. You will remove the tube and screw back on the valve cover. You will then repeat this process with the other 3 rings. The final step is to attach the tow bridle to the top side. To do so, attach the clip on the front side, as well as the carabiner on the stern to the D-rings that are on the bottom of the top side. Congratulations on setting up your MotorGuide Bot, and enjoy running races the Botter way.